What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Trevi Trev, and I'm back with another video. Wanted to make this video because, I was taking out my trash and I was just thinking about life because lately, bro, I've been having to learn patience. I've been having to learn patience and perseverance and different things like that because my life right now, I'm ready to make that next step. But life wants me to be patient before I make it because it wants me to be ready, it wants me to be focused, and it wants me to be patient, bro. Because I was ready to go to basic training. And I kind of got hold by the government not having money and by my job, which also didn't have money. So I just had to rework my schedule, and I won't be going till October. But, I feel like sad or whatever, right? And I also haven't been able to drive my car or whatever. And I've also been like not able to go to the gym. So I just been doing push-ups and running, and that ain't enough, bro. Like that ain't gonna cut it. But, I've been having to learn patience, and I've also been having to learn like people really be on some, oh, you crazy, bro. You can't do this, you can't do that type of timing. But then when you actually do it and you actually do what you want to do, they all want parts and they all want the formula. And I kind of wanted to talk about that in today's video. And that's probably what I'm going to title the video. They call you crazy until you do it. Because lately, I've been dealing with that shit at work, bro. Because when I had this idea to join the Air Force, when I was in the TSA, after I took all the different Homeland Security exams that I didn't pass, a lot of people call me crazy for trying to join the military. They were like, oh, you can't do that. You're not strong enough. People like you fail this, and that. But now that I'm in the Air Force and now that I'm doing my dream, everybody wants the formula and everybody wants to watch what I do every time I do something. And everybody wants the motivation when they don't have it in their self, like I had it in myself. And a lot of them are just coming up to me, and I'm dealing with a lot of nonsense at work. Like they haven't paid me in a week. And I'm just going through a lot of things spiritually. And I'm just trying to compartmentalize it all because it's hard to go to work every day and deal with like things that are out of your control. And you still got to be patient. You still got to be hardworking. You still got to be professional because y'all can look at the news. The government is a mess right now. A lot of things aren't going the way people expected it. And I'm unfortunately a part of that. But I got to keep my head up and just keep my head on the swivel because people be trying to do me dirty every time. And then they always want to be in someone's business. Like I hop in the car with a girl the other day and she's just taking me to go get my car because I put it in storage for my military stuff. And then people saying we together or whatever. And I'm like, bro, that's not the case. That's not the case. And I don't know why people go everywhere with their rumors. And also people who wouldn't talk to me otherwise just want to know everything I want to do, every little thing I want to do. And it's hard to just be a grown-ass man and to be above all that stuff and have people call you this, and that. But then when your situation starts to work, they want parts of you. And you want to get out of that bad situation, right? But you're stuck in that lower level and that lower energy to where you're trying to improve and other people are just trying to bring you down like on some crabs in a bucket type shit, right? But you got to stay motivated in spite of that, bro. Because so what, my plan didn't work out. So much, I got to wait a little bit longer. I'll just take this time to train harder, do things better, and just refine my craft. Because when I'm back in the gym, I'm going crazy. When I get paid, I'm about to just get more food and things to improve myself. And I'm just going to take this time and use it wisely. Because people call me crazy. People call me this. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to keep being crazy. I'm going to keep having these ideas. I'm going to keep doing my thing because I'm not like some standard thinker, I'm not some standard stay in your place kind of guy. And people are starting to notice that I have a certain intelligence. I carry myself a certain way. I move a certain way, and they want parts of that. And when I get praise from people who are higher up because I don't necessarily think like the average Joe and I get like a position or whatever, I'm going to make the most of it. Fuck it. Because even like today, my homie, he like works with me or whatever. He said I inspired him to join the Coast Guard because he sees me working hard and he wants to do this, and that. And, he's like not the coolest guy. He's kind of nerdy or whatever. And just hearing that made me say, yo, I thought this idea was crazy. But my original idea is inspiring people because I succeeded. And I want to do that for this channel. And I want to do that for people in life if I could. But my message to y'all is just stay motivated. Stay motivated through it all because this is all part of your story. This is all part of your journey. And you'll look back at this down the road, years down the road, and just be excited that you took the path you did. Because one of my proudest videos, I made it like a month or so, a year ago today. It's called They Fired Me, All the Motivation I Need. When I look back at that video, I feel a sense of pride that I'm going through what I'm going through now because during that video, when I got fired, I was at a low fucking point. But now I've taken this shit to another level to where I'm also at a low point, but I'm higher than my previous point. So the point I'm trying to make is you know, you never know where you're going to end up in life. So you got to just keep going through that grind and avoid the nonsense. You know, help who you can, help who you can't. And, you know, kind of be a mentor to people if you could, because, you know, you never know. Life will take you in different paths, and you got to be humble. You know, I may not have no money now, but, you know, that's teaching me, you know, to appreciate things more. I may not have food or my car or whatever now, but it's teaching me to appreciate things. I may not be able to go to the gym, but it's teaching me to appreciate things. So I'm just out here appreciating things. And, you know, the weather's shitty, but I appreciate that I can walk and talk and have technology to share this message with you guys, because maybe you're going through what I'm doing and you're fighting your own personal battle and you feel like you're on an island, but you're not. You know, you have people like me give you motivation. You have people in your circle give you motivation, and you have different energies that are rooting for you to succeed in this life. But I wanted to make this video just basically as a shout out to you guys, especially if you're like going through this hard path and you're dealing with toxic people and toxic energies and bullshit, because a lot of that stuff gets us down. A lot of that stuff weighs us down. But, you know, we keep going. And then even though they call us crazy, even though they call our ideas crazy, fuck them, bro. Do what you feel is right. Do what you feel is logical and grounded in reality, and make that shit happen, because that's why it's called a dream. But, you know, you got to turn your dreams into reality. You got to make this shit real. But, you know, that's the message I wanted to put out today. You know, I'm on this motivational tip because I don't really got shit going on right now. So I'm just trying to make this content, put it out there, do some current events, and just hopefully motivate y'all to be your best self, because we all got that potential. We all got that strength within ourselves to just keep going. So I encourage you to keep going. And, you know, I get messages all the time. I talk to people all the time, and they just constantly tell me that I'm a role model, and I'm just trying to live up to that. But anyway, hopefully you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully this video inspired you to be a better person. You know, it's a Saturday, and, you know, get you some sunlight, get you some rest, do what you got to do to just become that better self going into the week. But anyway, I'm out. Y'all have a great one, and y'all stay blessed.